Or, if you complete all of the Historic Spotlight Sim challenges from the Eastern Conference, you will get a Galaxy Opal Gilbert Arenas. If you complete all the Western Conference Historic Spotlight Sims,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on... And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Howard.
And it's a nice month he's having. Something's got him motivated. He's become a much bigger contributor offensively. He's settled into the kind of groove that every player wants to get in.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Bryant. Morant is out there with Brogdon. Then it's Tatum, and it's Cantor in at the center, locking down the middle. Marc Gasol is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Howard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the point. Morant off target from outside.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
Now here's Brogdon after the Marc Gasol miss. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And Bryant kicks to Tatum. Cantor inside. He's up against Gasol. And another shot. And Capella sends it back. Leonard against Brogdon. 14 feet away. Offensive rebound. First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Morant passes to Bryant. Brogdon outside. Back to Bryant. Leonard against Brogdon. 5 to shoot. It's Morant in the corner. Over Beverly. Indiana again missing.
Kev, I know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
To the right side. The pass to Howard. Leonard looking over the floor. Shoots over Brogdon. Leonard with the bucket. You've seen a lot of teams over your time that have been terrific starting a season, then just fall apart second half of the season.
Have you seen it, Kevin, happen with teams that have really good veteran players? I've seen it with young teams.
Yeah, unravel. I mean, it's painful to watch. None come to mind, but I'm sure you could start to find teams that are 10 wins below from one half of the season to the next.
And some of that we know. It can happen with injuries to a star player and you just are dismantled. But a lot of times...
Like the Pacers with Oladipo.
Yeah.
They were a different team the last quarter of the season.
It's a great call, Kevin. But a lot of times it happens with young teams because if you get off to such a hot start and it's a bit unexpected, there's going to be a lot more attention on you. And you start to feel like, oh, well, we've arrived. This is easy. We've done this for 35, 40 games. No problem. Well, the league figures you out. And a lot of times young teams that have early success are probably the most susceptible to this lemmings kind of falling off the cliff type of deal.
Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. We discussed their defensive game plan, and he said controlling Jason Tatum will be crucial, adding he's a natural scorer, comfortable making tough contested shots. We've got to make sure that's all he gets. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Marc Gasol.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now, here's Capella. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Beverly for three. He can't get it to go. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
With the floater, that one misses. And so it's the home team with a 6-point. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got Morant. Thomas Bryant is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Brogdon in at shooting guard.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Here's Beverly, and he makes good on the layup.
Beverly has strength to go along with a tremendous amount of quickness, and a nice job on the break that time.
And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the middle, here's Leonard. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And that's now 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
Howard against Tatum. Lets it go from 11. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. A wide open look for Gasol. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Beverly. The shot off that time. Good D by Brogdon. Tatum deciding where to go with it. He feeds it to Morant. Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. 80 that time from Leonard.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
And the dunk by Capella.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And here's Gasol outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Brogdon kicks to Morant. Now Brogdon. He had 15 points last outing. To stop the drought. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Now here's Leonard. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Now here's Morant. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Portland. From deep 3-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, we have to talk about...
And that'll about...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Clint Capella is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Howard in at the center position. Now here's Beverley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard. He squares up and sinks it. Leonard's got 8 points. I often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, a favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got Malcolm Brogdon. Enes Kanter is out there with Thomas Bryant. Then it's Morant, and it's Tatum in at the small forward. Now here's Morant.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions. Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Leonard against Brogdon. And it's Leonard missing.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Gasol against Tatum. Passes it to Brogdon. Now here's Morant. From deep. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Outside Tatum. Here's Bryant. And Capella sends it back. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now here's Beverley. Defense is right there. And it's sent back by Bryant. Pass to Tatum. The dish now to Morant. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Kanter, the pass to Brogdon. No good. Good D by Gasol. Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Feeds to Leonard. And it's blocked. But they get it back. Over Bryant. Nice D from Bryant.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Now here's Leonard. 10 points for him. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Pacers trail by 14. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Morant with it. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket. No matter what D he's faced with, he averages about 31.5 points a game.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Pass to Gasol. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's your all-star center. Gasol making a play. He gives this team a lot of size and a lot of toughness on both ends.
And so it's the home team with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points.
We got to rebound the ball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Clint Capella is out there with Howard, and it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the point guard. Steps back and fires. They get it back, and Cantor able to finish.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Here's Beverly. Knocks it loose and stolen by Tatum. For 3, Brogdon. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And there it is for him. That's 12 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Not something we're used to seeing in this offense, but tonight it may be just about give Kawhi the ball and get out of the way.
There's the pass to Tatum. Dishes it to Cantor. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. Morant passes to Cantor. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
To the paint. Here's Gasol. And it's good for 2.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And here's Morant. Inside, here's Brogdon. And that one is off. Great D that time from Leonard. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Here's Capella. That one doesn't go. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Brogdon against Leonard. Passes it to Morant. Outside Tatum. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Beverly the pass to Gasol. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap, overspending, and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you have for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. And that's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
I love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Gasol against Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Marc Gasol.
3rd pick in that 17 NBA draft after a strong rookie campaign. I think Tatum was going to be around for a while.
So both teams making some changes here. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
Hey, yo, get on Jason.
Here's Tatum, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. Some good. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.